Okay, so today I'm going to be reading some unpopular K-pop opinions from the subreddit r/unpopular K-pop opinions. The subreddit for sharing your unpopular opinions about K-pop. I know there's going to be some controversial ones in here for sure, so let's just get started. SNSD Villain is my least favorite B-side off of their new album. Villain from SNSD new album Forever One seems to be a fan favorite among the girls in the group and fans and listeners. While I do enjoy it, I think it felt more like SM was trying to have that song appeal more to the stands of aespa and not SNSD fanbase. The whole rap bits just felt disingenuous to me. SNSD was never known to be a girl group with rap bits like aespa, so adding the rap bits just felt a bit forced to me. Sure, they've done electropop songs in the past like Catch Me If You Can, but it felt aligned with SNSD's releases. Forever One felt more like SNSD than Villain did. Where I got my opinion from is everyone online calling Villain one of the best B-sides of the new album. Alright, so I do agree that Villain is definitely a track that feels uncharacteristic of Girls' Generation, but really the same could be said about the album as a whole. They've always relied on a more traditional approach to their songs where melody reigns supreme, so I get that a rap heavy sort of hip-hop style release would seem a bit out of place, and truthfully it does sound like something that aespa would make instead, so I'm actually inclined to agree, although it certainly wouldn't be the worst or least preferred song on the album. Some of the slower, mid-tempo tracks towards the end, like Mood Lamp or Summer Night, were a bit more forgettable in my opinion, so while Villain might not be my least favorite B-side, it's well in line with the entire sort of sonic reinvention that they're trying to bring with Forever One, and it's always good to try something new. Now, pretty much all of the comments disagree with this opinion, saying that it's an L take, worst opinion of October, and there's others refuting it by saying that SNSD has done darker concepts in the past, but I think the main issue that OP has with Villain is the rap bits. Love Dive was boring. Ladies and gentlemen, this here is an L take. Let's see what they have to say. I feel like Love Dive is that one song that everyone and their grandma is obsessed with. You got that right. When it came out, it was a huge hit and I liked it too, but it never really hit as hard for me as I think it did for everyone else. Mind you, I'm someone that legitimately enjoys practically anything, but there's a certain style of music that Love Dive fits into that I just can't vibe with. I think it's just the fact that it doesn't wow me. IVE is an incredibly mediocre group in terms of skill. Hey yo, shots fired bro. Which is a popular unpopular opinion, so there's really nothing flashy in terms of vocals, rap, or dance that I can appreciate. The song is repetitive and the production is okay, but the concept is gorgeous, so I can give them that. Love Dive is just a big meh for me, I guess. I don't really know why specifically, considering I really loved After Like and Don't Mind 11. I guess the elegant sound and concept is blah blah blah, you get the idea. So this is where we say that music is subjective and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You like what you like, etc, etc. Me personally, I found Love Dive to be one of the least boring songs that came out this year. When I heard the oohing part in the pre-chorus and chorus, you know what part I'm talking about. That is an experience that I still remember fondly to this day. I mean, I say that like it happened years ago, but you get the idea. That blew me away. Genuinely is what I'm trying to say. Now, while the production may not be too impressive and I can see it getting a little repetitive at times, I think that Love Dive is a song that knows its strengths and plays to them perfectly. It doesn't attempt anything groundbreaking, but formulating this incredibly addictive hook is why I think it resonated with so many people and why it became such a big hit. Next, I actually really like the rap parts in Anti-Fragile. Love how rap is in quotation marks. The Seraphim's new song Anti-Fragile was better than I expected. The first thing that really stuck out to was the rap parts, as well as the Gorobwa Wium Like a Lion, Nun Piten God Denan Desire. Okay, I love the way they fluctuate and sing these parts that the song immediately went on my October playlist. This is an unpopular opinion because I've read in comments about how much people hated the rap parts, how it turned them off how it turned them off the song or ruined the vibe. Although I do agree that it's more like talk singing than rap, I really do adore these parts and their voices. It brings charm to the song. I find it addictive. Yeah, no, I totally agree. The way that Eunchae and Kazuha especially deliver their lines, if anybody else was doing it that way, I'd find it annoying. But yeah, they imbued those parts with like so much attitude and charisma that it's bordering on provocative. And yeah, like OP said, it's not really rap, it's more like sing-talking or talk singing. Most songs nowadays are written that way, but the majority of the comments actually do concur with this opinion, so it's safe to say that the nasally quote-unquote rap parts in Anti-Fragile won people over. Butter is way worse than PTD. Just as the title says, Lamau, I think Butter is by far the worst BTS release, and PTD isn't that bad compared to it. When I first heard Smooth Like Butter, like a criminal undercover, I wanted to crawl back into my own skin genuinely. Don't get me wrong, I don't love PTD either, but compared to Butter, I think it's much better. I think this might be unpopular because Butter is never included in the worst BTS release talks, when PTD always is, despite Butter being much worse. Now, this has gotta be the definition of an unpopular opinion, but there's no valid reason given on why they think Butter is the worst BTS song beyond the intro made them cringe, and the comments all do a great job of explaining why PTD is clearly the weakest track out of their English trilogy and the problems that it suffers from. The terrible vocal mixing, the generic production and melody, awkward pacing, cheesy lyrics, pretentious optimism, all wrapped up in a song that conforms to the most basic and blandest type of radio pop. And by all metrics, PTD represents one of the lowest points in BTS's career, and it's kinda sad that they ended that series with such a whimper, but at least we still have Butter to look back on. Alright, so that's all I have time for today. Let me know what you thought of these unpopular K-pop opinions down below. I definitely enjoyed reading and responding to some of these, so this can potentially become a weekly thing. Anyways, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time.